Across millennia, two ancient giants emerged, Egypt and China, symbols of human ambition. The pharaoh's Egypt, golden and mysterious; China, land of silk and emperors. Both shaped history with innovation and power. Separated by deserts and mountains, each built a civilization that echoes through time. The Great Pyramid points to eternity, a symbol of Egypt's quest for the afterlife. The Great Wall, a stone dragon, guards China's land. It stands for China's resolve to protect its culture. These are more than monuments. They embody the dreams and genius of their peoples. To compare Egypt and China is to see two unique answers to building a lasting civilization. Egypt thrived with the Nile's steady rhythm. China reinvented itself, embracing change. Both kept a core identity through chaos and order. To understand their greatness, follow their rivers, stand before their wonders, and read the stories they left in stone. Every great civilization, in its nascent stages, begins with access to a reliable water source. Water is the lifeblood, the very essence that allows communities to flourish and grow. For Egypt, that lifeblood was the Nile, a remarkably predictable river, a constant presence in their lives. This predictability transformed the arid desert landscape into a fertile, life-sustaining land, a vibrant green ribbon snaking through the sands. The ancient Egyptians, with their ingenuity, learned to harness the Nile's annual floods, understanding its rhythms and cycles. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems, channeling the floodwaters to cultivate essential crops like wheat and barley, the staples of their diet. This agricultural abundance, born from the Nile's bounty, allowed them to support a large and prosperous population, laying the foundation for a powerful kingdom. In China, the story unfolds along the Yellow River, whose lowest rich floods, while destructive, also brought immense fertility to the land. This fertile soil enabled the cultivation of millet and later rice, providing sustenance for a growing population. However, unlike the predictable Nile, the Yellow River was notoriously unpredictable, its floods often devastating. This unpredictability forged a spirit of resilience in the Chinese people. The constant need for flood control and management fostered a strong sense of community and a deep respect for authority, essential for coordinating large-scale projects. Egypt achieved unification relatively early, under the rule of Narmer, marking the beginning of a centralized state. This unification led to the creation of a powerful kingdom ruled by a god-king, the pharaoh, a figure of immense power and authority. The pharaoh was not merely a ruler, but also the embodiment of cosmic order, the link between the earthly and divine realms. This concept of divine kingship provided a framework for stability and continuity, allowing Egyptian civilization to flourish for millennia. In contrast, China's unification was a more gradual and protracted process, unfolding over centuries. The Shang dynasty emerged as the first clearly identifiable power, laying the groundwork for future dynasties and a unified China. Unlike the Egyptian pharaohs, Shang kings were not considered gods themselves, but rather high priests. They held the crucial role of communicating with ancestors and the supreme deity, seeking guidance and blessings for their people. This communication was often facilitated through the use of oracle bones, inscribed with questions and heated to reveal divine answers. The Shang kings' authority rested not only on their spiritual leadership, but also on their military prowess, their ability to defend their territory and maintain order. This early emphasis on ancestral veneration and the concept of heavenly power would profoundly shape Chinese culture and governance for centuries to come. It laid the foundation for the development of the mandate of heaven, a key principle that legitimized the rule of emperors throughout Chinese history. Both of these remarkable civilizations, Egypt and China, were fundamentally shaped by the rivers that flowed through their lands. One, the Nile, a source of predictable abundance; the other, the Yellow River, a force of both creation and destruction. Each river, in its own unique way, played a crucial role in forging a distinct path to greatness for its respective civilization. These rivers were far more than just sources of water and sustenance. They were the very lifeblood of these societies. They were integral to the development of their cultures, their economies, their political systems, and ultimately, the very foundations of their worldviews. The pyramids of Egypt, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza, are marvels of engineering, built as resurrection machines for pharaohs to join the gods. Temples like Karnak and Luxor were bustling centers of religion and economy, layered with history and covered in intricate carvings. In China, the Great Wall was built not for the gods, but to defend against northern invaders, a symbol of perseverance and fear of the outside world. Chinese cities like Chang'an were meticulously planned, with the imperial palace at the center, reflecting cosmic order. Massive city walls of rammed earth protected these capitals, while wooden palaces projected imperial power. Egyptian monuments reached for eternity. Chinese structures balanced defense, order, and awe. Both civilizations built to embody their deepest values, one for the afterlife, the other for survival and harmony. Writing transformed both civilizations. Egyptians developed hieroglyphics, a blend of pictographic and alphabetic elements used for monumental inscriptions and daily records. Their scripts preserved religious texts, poetry, and legal documents, giving us a window into their world. The Rosetta Stone's decipherment unlocked Egypt's lost voices. In China, writing began on oracle bones, evolving into the world's oldest continuously used script. This continuity unified China, even as spoken dialects diverged. The written word became the vehicle for philosophy, history, and governance. Scholar officials were chosen for their mastery of classic texts, creating a government run by intellect. Both scripts became the backbone of their civilizations, preserving identity across millennia. Religion and philosophy shaped every aspect of Egyptian and Chinese life. Egypt's pharaoh was a living god, maintaining cosmic harmony through rituals and absolute authority. Their worldview was cyclical, focused on the afterlife and the eternal order of the universe. China's spiritual landscape evolved from ancestor worship to the mandate of heaven, a ruler's right to govern based on virtue. If a ruler failed, heaven's mandate could be lost, justifying rebellion and dynastic change. This idea fueled philosophical inquiry. Confucianism emphasized moral conduct and social order. Taoism sought harmony with nature. Legalism advocated strict laws. Chinese philosophies focused on practical ethics and governance, shaping society for millennia. Both civilizations found stability in their beliefs, one in divine kingship, the other in moral and cosmic order. Empires throughout history are fundamentally defined not only by their cultural achievements and economic prowess, but also by their ability to defend their territories and expand their influence. Military strength was paramount. Egypt's army, particularly during the New Kingdom period, rose to become a truly formidable force, a well-oiled machine of war. At its heart was a powerful chariot corps, supported by highly skilled archers and a disciplined infantry, forming the backbone of their military might. Natural geographical barriers, such as the vast deserts and the life-giving Nile River, provided a degree of protection for Egypt. But this reliance on natural defences also inadvertently led to a slower rate of adaptation when faced with new and evolving military threats from abroad. In contrast, China's long and complex history was frequently marked by near-constant warfare, with the Warring States period being a particularly intense era of conflict, relentlessly driving rapid military innovation and technological advancement. The use of massed infantry formations, the development and widespread adoption of the crossbow, and the creation of advanced siege weapons provided Chinese armies with a significant edge on the battlefield. Furthermore, Sun Tzu's seminal work, The Art of War, revolutionized military strategy and thinking, placing a strong emphasis on cunning, deception, and psychological warfare to undermine the enemy. The monumental Great Wall was constructed as a defensive measure to effectively counter the threat posed by nomadic horsemen from the north, while China also invested in developing a strong cavalry force, despite facing challenges related to horse shortages. Both of these ancient civilizations, Egypt and China, ultimately mastered the complex art of war. but the sheer scale of China's military and its relentless pace of innovation often surpassed that of its Western counterparts. Their enduring military legacies profoundly shaped their respective histories and played a crucial role in ensuring their long-term survival and prosperity. Ultimately, power, unwavering discipline, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances were the key factors that contributed to their remarkable endurance and lasting impact on the world. Necessity drove innovation in both empires. Egyptians excelled in medicine, engineering, and mathematics, building pyramids, developing surgical tools, and creating a 365-day calendar. Papyrus revolutionized record-keeping, spreading knowledge across the land. China's four great inventions, paper, printing, gunpowder, and the compass, transformed the world. Paper and printing spread ideas, gunpowder changed warfare, the compass opened new trade routes. Chinese metallurgy, silk, porcelain, and the wheelbarrow further advanced society. Both civilizations' inventions gave them economic and technological advantages. Their innovations shaped not only their own worlds but the course of global history. The legacy of their creativity endures to this day. Longevity is a mark of greatness. Egypt endured nearly 3,000 years, its culture remarkably stable and recognizable across centuries. After conquest and cultural shifts, ancient Egypt faded, leaving behind ruins and inspiration for the world. Its legacy is archaeological, a completed chapter in human history. China's story is one of continuity and transformation. Dynasties rose and fell, but a core identity persisted, reinforced by philosophy and a shared written language. Modern China sees itself as the inheritor of this ancient civilization. The language, values, and sense of history remain unbroken. China's legacy is living, woven into daily life, festivals, and worldview. The empire never truly fell. It evolved, adapting to new eras. Both civilizations left indelible marks, one as a memory, the other as a living tradition. So Egypt or China, the god kings or the scholar bureaucrats, Egypt's greatness lies in its vision of permanence and unity, a society in harmony with the cosmos, building for eternity. China's greatness is resilience and adaptability, rising, falling, and rising again, its core identity intact. Egypt teaches the power of shared vision and tradition. China, the strength of curiosity and moral order. Both show there's no single path to a lasting society. The choice of greatness is yours, the ambition of the pyramids or the perseverance of the Great Wall. These civilizations are not just stories, they are living lessons in humanity's quest to build something that lasts.